to give up his life any more times in this bottom lane. Doesn't want to make it that little bit harder for RTZ in terms of giving the enemy off lane that bit of a boost to gold and XP.
Weeha's really starting to take control. That was just literally the bottle. The bottle arcane is what allowed the Storm to really pull forward there. He's got arcane aura now too, but yeah, it's all about that rune now that we will see them check to make sure that he does not get it. And Weeha should, yeah, Weeha's going to continue to just bully.
Yeah, you're right, just keeping the wave. Yep. Shove right in under the tower. Very hard for Arbed to sort of alleviate that pressure on his mid lane. This early stage is just the Storm.
Ooh, it does look like both carries are farming pretty well, but now RTZ is getting gone on again. The level 2 Inkswell this time will not connect.
Oh, Mind Control just pop us out there. Instantly gets it taken off as now RTZ tries to turn. Fair fire from Mind Control as he hides in the trees and runs down RTZ. A little bit with the score. Stick charges popped and now Fly. Once again, a little far forward. Can he get away? Turns around with the Frostbite. They want to get underneath the tower. They won't be able to get him. As Fly will live. RTZ's going to have the room and space to pop us south, get himself back up to full.
And it does look like, yeah, the PL is getting that little bit better farm as, you know, Lich is a better lane secure and there's a better pressure lane on the side of Nigma. So yeah, RTZ is getting affected by it. And as the panel mentioned, Nigma, strong lanes. This is how they wanted to start out. Ready? 1K advantage. The last hit's looking pretty good across the board for them too.
Yeah, RTZ doing a good job not to do any feeding himself down there in the bottom lane. Keeping his cool mid lane. Arbed getting incredibly low once more. Does have the haste and the bottle charges to play around with.
There's your block bottom.
See if they can get the setup this time. They'll go for the slam with the totem and the right click onto GH. So a very, very important rotation there from Crypt, making that lane a little bit easier for his little old fishy friend.
They didn't actually end up checking the rune on Nigma, so that's why he did end up getting the haste rune, but either way, Weeha doesn't care. He's actually still, it wasn't one of those, you know, it wasn't a DD rune or something that makes the lane actually a lot easier. It was a haste that doesn't really affect the lane, except for just a bottle refill. So Weeha continuing to have a good time.
Could just get this kill. Doesn't want to throw it out. Feels that maybe the damage wouldn't have been there before Koro could have stepped out of it.
Prioritizes the lane farm instead. Yeah. It's worth more anyway, right? Like, lane kill is not worth as much as those 4 creeps. Or it's pretty close at least.
Yeah, I guess, you know, as soon as you send that Lich back to base, he's just going to be back in the lane full health, full mana, and ready to start spamming once again.
If he even gets the kill, that is, right? So it looks like Crit he's kind of just playing a little bit quiet here, and he's just going to be playing the stack game for his Storm Spirit. A good way to play our Shaker is playing around stacks a lot of the time, because it helps you get that Blink Dagger. You get that little bit of extra gold jolt from your team farming the stacks. It's always really nice.
We are maybe seeing if you get involved in something now. He's hit the 6.
He definitely poses kill threat. Any lane that he does go versus, it is not a top rune, it is a bottom arcane rune. So pretty nice one for Abed.
Yeah, he's going to be able to make it there before Weeha's able to step down to the bottom half of the river, so.
He's got a Reaper, he's not going to be able to throw it. Abed's good, he popped the stick just in case as well, but Weeha's still continuing to chase him forward to make him pop it at least.
Yeah, Abed, enough mana to get down to the low ground. And it is, you know, it's going to be time that Arbed's going to have to spend either cleaning up some neutral camps or regenning up, as Weeha's able to step straight back to the mid lane, continue to just soak up the large amount of farm that he has already. 41 and 11 in that mid lane as the Necrophos.
PL is getting full uncontested farm as RTZ. He's getting contested very heavily bottom and even might just die here to this pressure too. Uh-oh, a concern for EG at the start. 3K advantage already. A level 7 Phantom Lancer, and now it's a level 5 Slark.
Yeah, we're really starting to see the difference between the side lanes now.
Yeah.
Miracle getting the start that he is, and RTZ will have that slow beginning. Level starting to go up and up for Mind Control, and GH, this lane is not going to get any easier for RTZ.
No, it's a tough matchup to play against, and also in like the later stages too, he's always gonna have to watch out for Phantom's Embrace. It's a very annoying spell to deal with. Sure, you have attack speed on Slark to kill it, but your Dark Pact will not be removing that. It'll always be a big nuisance. And he's also playing versus Doom. It's not an easy game for the Slark.
Now, especially once Mind Control hits that 6, this is now, it will then be a lane that RTZ has to be so careful in, and may just have to resort to going around the jungle camps.
I mean, immediately they're just always looking to go for a kill. They just throw out their spells. They've got more than enough mana. They've got stick charges and wand charges.
Top Abed, he tried to make a play, but he used all his mana, and that is set to be carry. This is becoming a bit of a disaster for EG.
And Weeha now, he just runs directly into
Fly.
the shrine.
He's dead again.
And Fly too.
It's all spiraling out of control so fast for Evil Geniuses as sequence of terrible events for them right there.
Oh, and I mean, he was full HP anyway, but he finds himself a regen rune, denies it away from the Storm too. And they have, look at these levels coming out here. Like level 5 on Doom, level 5 on
Look at the farm right there, but both Miracle and they're nearly 2k ahead of the counterparts on EG.
Ramses.
They chase him, but the first shield fly will come forward, and that is enough to force Miracle to doppelgang and gang back defensively. Doesn't want to continue to push on.
They saw it so quickly because they had the ward. Crit now and knows that immediately. He actually is able to get the D ward because of how quick they back off when the CM did TP. Now they're going to give Lich the lane though, and PL, he's just going to go hit some jungle creeps. So Miracle's level 8 so early on in the game.
2-level advantage ahead of Slot down on the bottom side of the map. Top lane, Ramses is able to get in, finish off Kuro. Main payload of his life here. Even though he has Crit and Fly by his side, they cannot keep him safe. Ramses is dead. Weehar's coming with a rotation. He's going to chase this with the Ghost Route. They get in on top of him. Crit's trying to run, but he cannot escape. It's another kill for Miracle, now on a killing spree at 9 minutes in.
Uh-oh. This is bit of a disaster here in these first 10 minutes. Panel had mentioned it. Extremely strange.
They send both supports top. They're diving in for Kuro, but they end up losing their own lives, and they're going straight towards this PL. That's already having an incredible game.
Yeah, he's level 9. He has two components of his defusal pretty much finished up.
That's terrifying.
Uh-oh. And immediately Ramses, he shows his face.
He can't afford to die again here. Is there any chance for him though? He's by his tower, but they're pulling back with a sinister gaze. He's just dead once more. Miracle continuing to find all of these kills. That EG is sort of just hanging to them. He's on him. He pounced in aggressively. He does have the back with the Fisher, but with the Doom already out, they've got to look for the deny. They're not going to be able to do it. Mind Control gets the kill on Artor. He's chasing down the Crystal Maiden.
Oh my God.
This is turning into it's a train wreck.
It's a 3v1 for Mind Control. Abed shows up. He's like, all right, someone's got to do something here to salvage a little bit of this early game. He's going to try to get at least that kill there. In the meanwhile, though, mid lane, Weeha is pushing, and it's Miracle, just absolute free farm, while is getting really heavily pressured.
10 minutes in, it's a 6k lead, all 3 cores, they're at the top already. The 2 top cores are at the top by nearly over 2,000 net worth each. I mean, their items are just going to come so much faster than anything EG's going to have off the back of these lanes.
I'm really worried EG's going to have a tough time coming back in this one, as PL is going to have Defusal finished up before Slark has anything. So PL is going to be able to join fights and kill Storm Spirit, kill Slark, kill pretty much anybody on the enemy side, while EG is not going to be able to get any great responses. They do have the Shaker, at least. They have one of the heroes that is that counter versus the PL, and he is level 6 at least. So maybe it's got to be eyes.
He's just going in aggressively here, dropping down sights and killing off Fly. I mean, Nigma at this point, they know just kill anything. Anything you see, kill it, because they do not need to save things like the Scythe for the big kills, because they're getting the kills anyway.
Yep. Mind Control, he's built look at this build. Double Bracer, he's got the Ring of Protection, he's got the Crown, he is a very tanky. His armor's a little bit low, but he's still quite tanky, but EG is bringing a lot of forces.
Let's see if they can get him. This is the right move from EG. They've got to make plays like this. Group up, go for the big kills. Obviously, Weeha and Miracle, they're still the biggest ones, but they've got to look at what's achievable. And killing off Mind Control certainly is. Maybe they'll find Kuro as well. Kuro playing with the idea of throwing out the ult. He will do it, but he will die anyway. Let's see if Nigma can get anything in return, because Abed, he's used all his mana for this attempt, and now he's in trouble. The Soulbite catching the 2 of them. They get the illusions over, kill off Abed. They'll back off, wait for Fly's ult to go down a little bit. Miracles, he's back up to full, so he can just head in right into the Blizzard. He does not care, picks up both kills. Top lane, we are bullying Ramses away.
Right, this is just Nigma all over the place. EG's getting no breathing room at all. I mean, on all 3 lanes, they're putting a core in every single lane to make sure that EG can't actually farm in those properly. And now Doom's available as well, so if you show there, you're going to get doomed. And Weeha's way too strong to stand up against with any of EG's heroes.
And you saw on that bottom lane like that, it felt like the right play, EG, in this sort of position here. They have to try and commit for the kills that they can get, but the fact that they get it, and Miracle's just, it's so easy for Miracle to make these movements and just come in with the cleanup. And he's cleaning up the big heroes. He's killing Abed again.
Hey, I mean, he's level 12. So we talk a lot, 7k gold lead, 7k gold lead. The experience is also like 6,000 experience lead for them too. It's really difficult right now for EG. They have to just like slow down the bleeding and get themselves at least that one farm item because their fighting is just hard. It's way too hard versus this lineup right now of Nigma with that start.
And Ramsey's, he's trying to come in, circle the ice on the bottom lane.
He just had a man already.
Yeah, with that diffusal blade at 13 minutes in, there's no hope. A Reaper Scythe used as well to knock Ramsey's out of the game for 45 seconds. Fly in the jungle, mind control and Kuro will finish him off. As this is not the way that EG wanted to start their day. They're getting shaken up real bad.
And they have no way to, you can't fight versus Nigma's draft right now with EG. You have to wait for your items. You need this crit blink dagger. I think it's just full dodge. Don't try to take engagements. Try to look for if someone's split off by themselves. And Nigma's gonna push the issue forward. They're gonna put very aggressive deep wards down as we see them doing already. And just look to keep that movement up. Don't give them any breathing room.
Top tower.
Even stealing the Ancients as well. We see Miracle is playing bottom side, so he's able to do that and pressure their tier 2 as well. Abed is cutting some waves. Has to be careful.
Mind control.
He's in the area.
Yeah, if he gets him with a Doom across the trees, he's hunting.
Arcane Room Doom too would be pretty nice.
The Remnant will spot him, so yeah, he's not going to get caught out by this. You know, so he's around, so
they know that Doom is top now, though, so maybe they want to try something bottom potentially, but Nigma's still very strong.
So with this diffusal blade timing on Miracle, it seems almost impossible to try and fight into the PL when he's around. They pull in, crit. He's gonna get a couple of spells out here. Soulbind does link. They'll now jump in. Chain Frost is out onto Crit. Doesn't quite kill him off, so Crit will actually live there. It didn't. It seemed like Miracle stopped attacking him. It was slightly weird there. They let Crit live. They'll get the tower instead, though.
They got what they came for, and they were only showing 4 heroes. They pulled EG's 5 down bottom and still were able to keep that pressure. That means they're not farming very well during that time. Yeah. Still a nice win for Nigma.
I guess just not committing on him there. You know, they do know he's got the Echo Slam. You know, they want to make sure that they don't sort of set themselves up for failure. And and you know, they don't want to throw the game.
No, they know how far they are. And they have the Doom top, who he was top showing, and he claimed both bounty runes at the same time too. So it's just such a bigger benefit for them to not make any type of crazy play. They're in a very commanding position. As an Aquila is also picked up, a Ring of Aquila is picked up for mind control, and
that just gets better for them. Yeah.
There's Grimstroke. He has the Arcane Boots, the Glimmer, and he has the Brooch. So he's loving life.
It's very hard to see really a way for EG to swing this one round, especially just considering the core heroes they have, Slark and Storm. They're not happy bunnies when they're behind.
No, and we're seeing that itemization coming up from Weehaw, even more so to counter the Storm. He's actually going for Atos, an item that we kind of thought might not be seen too often because
he's going to get it so quick.
But he's going to be able to lick Storm Spirit now. It's just in so much trouble, because the one thing you could say about Nigma's draft is maybe they have some limited type of disables. They have gaze and stuff like that, but it's a little bit harder to catch the Storm sometimes. But with that, it should be easy, and it works good with Grimstroke ulti. You get the double Atos.
Yeah, the 16-minute Atos.
Yeah,
and you're right, just with Soulbind, with so much follow-up to use off the back of the Soulbind setups.
He's going to have so much health as well. He's going to be like 2200 plus HP with a pipe. You look at the side of EG, they're mostly magic damage until way later on for the Slark to actually kick in, and Arteezy is nowhere near that point.
And pretty much having that Manta done. Miracle's farm continues at the incredible pace you'd expect when he's had this sort of a start. No faltering from the PL.
Yep.
And as I said at the start, we've seen Miracle PL win games where they're like 20k down. You know, you don't have to be an expert to expect what's going to happen when it's been a game when he's been 10k up on his team since the 12-minute.
They have gaze and stuff like that, but it's a little bit harder to catch the Storm sometimes. But with that, it should be easy, and it works good with Grimstroke ulti. You get the double Atos.
Yeah, the 16-minute Atos.
Yeah,
And you're right, just with Soulbind, with so much follow-up to use off the back of the Soulbind setups.
He's going to have so much health as well. He's going to be like 2200 plus HP with a pipe. You look at the side of EG, they're mostly magic damage until way later on for the Slark to actually kick in, and Arteezy is nowhere near that point.
Pretty much having that Manta done. Miracle's farm continues at the incredible pace you'd expect when he's had this sort of a start. No faltering from the PL.
Yep.
And as I said at the start, we've seen Miracle PL win games where they're like 20k down. You know, you don't have to be an expert to expect what's going to happen when it's been a game when he's been 10k up on his team since the 12-minute mark.
He's Manta Diffusal already. Like, what are you supposed to do on EG right now? You hope to God that Crit has a Blink Dagger so you can land that Echo Slam. He's actually getting kind of close. So there is still that, you know, some small.
I think that is the biggest hope. It's all on Crit. Crit needs to find a 5-man slam.
Yep, pretty much. It really seems like it's quite still
as well.
And backup. Yeah. He's got his team that also has so much farm and different type of team fight items as well. And he has Frost Shield a lot of the times too. So.
No, overall, I think we are seeing we are that last pick Necrophos. It was a great pick.
Yeah,
it really was a great pick. It just made sure that Abed was forced out of the lane very, very early. Sure, you know, Storm, it's whatever, he can catch up in the jungle, but he can catch up in the jungle when he's getting the time to do so. By using every other lane, he's not going to get that side. There's the double scythe and the chain frost out. Both Abed and Fly dead again. Look at those balls.
They might have gone. It's even better for Kuro.
Easy farm for Kuro. I'd say at this rate, the Mud Golems were worth more than the 2 heroes. Oh, no.
Yeah, that 5% is looking a little bit ambitious now.
Yeah.
Nigma just, no mercy.
Not at all.
Arteezy trying to find some places to farm desperately. Trying to find a way to send his, isn't he trying to find a way to send his courier, or is his courier just at base? I guess he's just leaving his items at base for now.
He's got his Fusel Blade done though.
Okay.
First item is done here for Arteezy. He's ready to commit, at least off the back of Crit getting a dream play.
Who can he go for? Even with
My tremors travel faster. Radiant.
on the map the whole time.
Set out to wrap things up. You do see a few words being said here by EG as we do get ourselves back into the action.
They're fighting. They're chasing Fly. He will be able to step away. But we see Nigma, they're just all grouped up like we mentioned. And they're already looking to set up down bottom, Arteezy. There's a Blink Dagger on the Doom, Arteezy. He's just doomed.
Yep.
And he's dead.
Try to push the wave out.
Oh, maybe Crit can get some, like, dream block?
Even if he does, he's going to tick out anyway, isn't he? Oh,
he gets
right.
into the
Shadows.
Yep.
And yeah, he's going to be good to go. He's no, with that blink though. They get in on top of him again. Can Arteezy escape? He's trying to turn at the same time in the jungle. Abed finds Kuroki. Arteezy does end up living. Ramses has had to put himself in a bit of a precarious position to help him out. There's no kind of fire onto GH. Abed does lose his life though. We are able to come in and clean him up off the back of the escape. Ramses is going for the Rift Home. He will make it. I don't think they'll have nearly enough damage to take him in time. They do not. He gets out of there. Crit also able to TP out in the trees. So not as big of a disaster as we've seen from previous fights from EG. Sure, it's still pretty bad. They lose Abed, but it definitely could have been worse.
I mean, it was saving Private Arteezy, but you lost your poor Abed in the meanwhile.
Arteezy lives.
Arteezy lives.
And they're straight back out.
This is what we've got to do. There's no Doom on the shaker.
Doom has been used. Get the big kills. Look for Miracle. Crit is ready to make the jump. There's the lead in. Straight up with the slam. Fisher combo. Is it enough to lock him down? He gets the chance to Manta and drop him. Oh my God. Enough. Miracle's able to walk away from the fourth. And Weehar's here to offer up the backup to make sure they cannot get past him. In fact, they turn. Jump forward from mind control. They'll kill off Crit. And I think that's pretty much as good as it gets in terms of trying to kill the PL in this game. It's not going to get any easier. You don't kill him there, you're not killing him at all.
Nope. He is level 17, 200 last hits, 7-0. He's got 2,000 life when they jumped on him. 2,100 HP on a PL at this point in the game. That is absurd. They threw absolutely everything on him, and it was not enough.
I think they pretty much timed it all perfectly. There was nothing that was sort of, staggered on top of each other. That was the full potential of their combo.
Yeah. And now
It was only 4 of them, right? They didn't have Arbed.
Nope.
So maybe if they have the full 5 of them.
Well, now he's got a Reaver though.
Yeah, I mean now they're gonna need more than 5 heroes.
And they're just gonna look for the fight. They're going up on the high ground here. Onto the shrine, they don't care.
Crit's able to blink away, but Ramses, he's got no blink, no escape, and no ult. As he will fall, Miracle chases down Fly on the backside of it all. The Scythe is out. Ramses dead for 70.
He jumps for a courier, so he will kill the courier that does have the blast. He also steals the Ironwood tree from the opposing team, and he gets himself out of there.
And this will be Nigma's Roshan. Unless, well, yeah, TP back to base, so Arbed cannot get over it. We cannot expect any sort of sweet steals. This will be a simple Aegis for Nigma. Miracle will be reaching on that. He's going to be hitting that level 18 at 22 minutes. Him and Weehaw just... It feels like they haven't had to play against any sort of challenge this game. Their game, it couldn't be any cleaner than it is.
Yeah. I mean, all 3 quarters. Right? I mean, Mind Control, he has died twice, but yeah, they are looking in great shape.
Yeah, I mean, Miracle approaching double the net worth of any of the cores that EG have to show for themselves.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty much been there the whole game, right? They were sitting at 5K, he was at the 10K, now they're almost at like the 8, he's getting close to the, he's at 14-ish plus. Yeah, he's getting there.
It is very, very scary for EG. But EG, they're holding on. They still have the tier 3s up. The base still has that sort of opportunity of being defended. Ults are back online. Crit's got his slam ready. We saw what they did with 4-on-1. They're going to need 5-on-1 if they want to take down one of the big cores. I think maybe they can find a window to do it. Yeah,
I think Nigma right now is trying to look for a quick little catch if they can outside the base while PL finishes his heart because he's about to have it done.
Ramses. And he's going to be gone again. Maybe gets away. Chainforce is going to be thrown out. Ramses does fall. Was very necessary from Kuro, as he did need that extra bit of damage to get that kill.
And now the heart's coming out on the PL, and they can now actually threaten the high ground finally. There is just Bloodstone finished them from Abed. But can they stop this push? The sustain coming out from Weehaw. He has the mech, he has the pipe, he has his heals, and it is a 3,000 health PL in a second. Also, sorry, Full Greaves just picked up. And yeah, 3155 HP PL.
He's got the level 2 slam crit. So on crit to make the jump happen. Mind's got nearly catching Arbed there as Arbed went for the zip in, zip out.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But that is it, the tier 3 gone. On to the Rex. If they want to make a move, they're going to have to do it pretty soon, EG. Arbed out once again, looking to have a poke, trying to clear out the wave. Just committing deep with the zip. Doesn't have his TP available for 24 seconds. So he's going to have to take the walk of the zip back to base. He's just going to focus on cutting the creep wave. But we can see here, Nigma, they've already had enough time to finish the melee racks off. Mind Control diving in close to the tier 4 towers here, beating onto Fly.
Oh, and they get it just before the back door does kick back in. And now, Ramsey stepped up a bit too far.
Maybe underestimating how much Miracle can do. Does manage to escape with the pit. Slow from Fly.
Man, he hits this Underlord so hard. He went for the phase pipe build in this game. I mean, he needs a pipe, but he doesn't have any type of physical resistance instead. This PL just eats right through him.
I bet he wants this. Mind Control. Nearly gets the catch on him, but won't be able to do so. Arbed is able to get out on the map, get the bounty runes. In fact, RTZ as well was able to take that up top. So getting some money for the team.
And now they have BK beyond a Slark. Maybe that will allow him to try to enter the fights, but it's still, I mean, it still just feels impossible.
Sure, like he can maybe commit on one of the supports on the back lines. But even then,
they have defensive items. They both have Glimmer Kips, and one of them has a Force Staff.
It's not happening.
No, it's too hard to breach the front row, and even if you do, hitting the back line is too difficult because of how much farm they already have on them. So Crit, he's trying to find an opportunity.
Stepping in. Arbed's going to go for the zip, and they're going to look to focus Miracle. Miracle still has that Aegis there. If they do kill him, they've got to do it twice. RTZ looking to get on top of Mind Control. Another zip in. Mind Control is still full out. He's able to turn. Double to do the Chainforce as well. He did get the BKB off in time, but Ramses is dead. RTZ has to try and get out of it somehow. Fisher will offer him the safety to escape. Arbed in once more. Mind Control getting a little low. Fly stands his ground with the ult, but Miracle and his army of illusions fights through it, kills off the CM. They're back to the barracks as Nigma will be on the verge of cleaning up a second set here away from EG. And they've got it. Arbed Again, looking to just make sure it's cleaned out, and it is. It's been game over for a while, and EG will finally tap out of this one. I say game, but this wasn't really a game at all. Nigma, from the lanes onwards, it was their match. I don't know what happened to EG in the first 10 minutes, but the lanes were a disaster. They fell out of control so quick.